God of War's future is unclear as ever. Kratos' story has been a long journey, from ending the life of his previous family to becoming a slave, losing his mother and brother, and becoming the God of War, battling all of Olympus and destroying the Pantheon and the entire Greek world, to become a father, understanding he's a monster, and going on a quest that will change him from a monster and a destroyer to a trusting father and a rebuilder. Kratos finally is a new man who has an open heart. But where does that leave this franchise? I'm going to be honest, if Kratos' story stops here, I'm more than happy with that. I think he grew more than ever as he now is rebuilding the world with Freya and Mimir. Another version of himself would have said it's not his problem. We see the type of man he becomes after the game. He laughs with Angrboda when she tells him Atreus needs more discipline in his drawings.
Your skill with a brush is unmatched, Angrboda.
My son. He draws.
He told me.
Although he'd do well to learn from your use of color.
We come from a long line of artisans, so he has it in him. He just needs some discipline to bring it out.
I like you.
Having a conversation with Atreus' friend Skjolder, I believe his name is, the person that Atreus met in Asgard. Everything Kratos says in this game is a big contrast between how he talks throughout his entire life. He truly is a better man, so to me it seems clear that his story is over and Loki will take the story into his own hands as the god of mischief. He is going to be out searching for giants and these little marbles that they are contained in. It will be a cool story to see where he's going. The game already sets up a lot of things. He has his friends and enemies whose stories could be involved in the next game in this huge world. For example, Corey did hint on Twitter that the World Serpent story is not over yet and that it needs another game to explain. Eric also said that the way Tyr is moving in certain realms and his animations do kind of give some type of hint. Now, let's talk about some things that they can do with Atreus' story in the future of these games. The daughter of Thor. After Ragnarok, we can find her in Alfheim taking Mjolnir, saying that she's going to do better and flying off into the distance. Atreus tried really hard several times throughout the game to be her friend, even when she was about to kill him during the Ragnarok battle. She has a love interest, which is Atreus' mortal friend, Skjolder, and he talks about her very highly to the point where he truly admires her, so that's a potential love interest. There is also Atreus' love interest, which is Angrboda. Loki himself does have a love interest, which is Angrboda. There was a part in the game when Atreus is talking to Mimir saying, how do you know when someone likes you? Because he obviously has feelings for Angrboda.
Mimir, if I met someone I liked, how would I know if they, liked me too?
Is there someone?
No. I was just curious. Actually, doesn't matter.
But also, he tried to give her a flower, even though she completely shut his ass down.
Killed a flower?
Oh, it's a gift.
Thanks, but, you keep it.
It really is hinting at a potential story between these two characters. There is Tyr. No, not the fake Tyr, but the Tyr we freed after the end of the game in Niflheim. Tyr can be found in several realms: Muspelheim, Alfheim, Midgard, Vanaheim, the list goes on and on, but the point is, he is Atreus' hero. Atreus talks very highly of him in the first game as well, and technically Atreus actually never met the real Tyr. There's also a big room for a potential enemy or rival in Sindri. Sindri's story is left, he's broken, he's a shell of a man, he's not all the way there anymore, and it really hurts to see this character's story end this way, and I think After the funeral scene, he's left in a place where it's just completely dark. He can turn his anger into blind vengeance. There is a lot of potential for Atreus' stories, his allies, his enemies, and the people that he meets. Stories that, according to Cory Barlog, is not yet complete, as they need another game to explain the serpent. Even though the Norse story might be over, there is still potential there for things to keep going, which I absolutely love. And honestly, I loved Atreus' gameplay. I think Atreus had, such cool animations and style, and I loved it, right? I think that him having the bow is please give the kid a melee weapon that's not a bow. I love the bow in the game, but come on, man, he needs something. I don't know, for me, the future of this franchise, I think, exists with Atreus. I do think that this new IP that Cory is working on for Santa Monica is the story of Loki, the god of mischief. I think that would be cool. But if they are working on something else, that was also cool. Santa Monica can definitely do their own thing if they like. But I don't know. I personally think that the future exists with Loki, his allies that he met in this game, and his enemy, which is Sindri. But let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything I said. I'll be reading them. Make sure to give this video a like. I'm going to be out of here. Thank you guys and girls for listening. Deuces.